Words form the foundation of human interaction, but beneath their surface lies a force far greater than communication. As we explore deeper, it becomes clear. Words do not just share meaning, they create it. They mold perception. They carry energy that influences everything we experience. Across centuries, people have held words in profound reverence. They are not simple sounds. They are vehicles of intention. In countless traditions, words have symbolized more than language. They have represented truth. They've echoed spiritual insight and divine intention, acting as links between the seen and the unseen. In many belief systems, words are not just important, they are sacred. The spoken or written word has often been seen as the very act of creation. In religious texts, the concept of the word is more than symbolic. It is the source of manifestation. It is the blueprint of reality. Words don't just describe, they define. They hold power because they allow us to give shape to our thoughts, emotions, and ideas. When I speak, I bring my internal world into the external. That connection creates meaning, relationships, and shared experience. Words let us express love. They let us offer comfort. They allow us to bring hope where there is none. But they also carry weight. Their meanings shift depending on culture, time, and personal lens. The same phrase can inspire peace or provoke conflict, depending on how it's understood. That's why we must treat words with awareness. Language is complex. It holds both light and shadow. A single word can open a heart or close it. This duality is why clarity in communication is so important. Without it, we lose connection. With it, we build understanding. Even so, words have limits. They are tools. And like all tools, they come with boundaries. For generations, philosophers have asked, can words ever fully capture what we feel, what we experience? The answer is often no. Human experience is too vast to be reduced to syllables. Language narrows. It simplifies. It filters our experiences into smaller forms. That's why some feelings seem impossible to explain. That's why silence sometimes speaks louder than speech. Words try, but they cannot always succeed. The deepest love, the greatest grief, the awe of a spiritual encounter. These are things that often live beyond language, and yet we still try. Because words remain the best bridge we have between ourselves and others. We use them to reach out. We use them to connect. Still, interpretation remains subjective. Words do not always land the same way. One person may hear truth, while another hears offense. Language carries cultural tone, emotional memory, and mental association. It is never neutral. It always arrives with baggage. This subjectivity can lead to confusion, to tension, to misalignment, especially when we try to describe abstract realities. The more we move away from the physical and into the conceptual, the harder it becomes to communicate clearly. This is the paradox of language. In ancient times, words were believed to hold magic. Cultures across the world treated them as more than noise. They saw them as active forces of creation. To speak with intent was to command reality. To utter a word was to influence the invisible. From Egypt to Greece to Mesopotamia, sacred language appeared in spells, prayers, and invocations. People used words to protect, to heal, to transform. Every syllable mattered. Every sound carried weight. Words were doors to the divine, and those who used them with mastery were seen as wielders of real power. Today, we are rediscovering what ancient people knew. Words carry frequency. They are vibration. Every word you say moves through space with impact. It resonates. It echoes. It leaves an imprint, on others, on yourself, and on your environment. Positive words uplift. They harmonize. They strengthen the energy field around you. Negative words disturb. They weaken. They pull down the vibration of the moment. This is not abstract. It's energetic law, and it's playing out constantly. This is why mantras matter, why affirmations matter, why what you say in your mind and out loud shapes your world. Repetition creates rhythm. Rhythm creates reality. When you speak with awareness, your words become instruments of transformation. What we say reflects what we think, and what we think becomes what we experience. Words are not isolated. They are mirrors of consciousness, and they boomerang back to us with force. This is why careless words are dangerous. They return, amplified. To speak consciously is to live consciously. When we choose our words with intention, we build environments of clarity, trust, and alignment. When we speak from fear, confusion, or hatred, we spread the same. The consequence is both internal and external. Among all the languages on Earth, the need for a common tongue has always existed. It is not just about speaking. It is about sharing, trade, cooperation, knowledge. They all rely on a foundation of mutual understanding. A shared language opens doors. History shows that societies thrive when they build bridges of speech between them. A lingua franca, one common language, creates unity without erasing difference. It allows people of varied backgrounds to connect, to solve, and to grow together. But beyond practical use, a shared language preserves culture. It carries stories, wisdom, values. It passes memory across generations. It becomes the thread that binds people to each other and to the spirit of their ancestors. In that sense, language becomes a custodian of human identity. It holds our legacy. It holds our vision. And it continues long after we are gone, echoing in the mouths of those who follow us. In communication, there is unmatched strength and simplicity. Simple words reach more hearts. Honest language builds trust. The more natural and direct we are, the more deeply we connect. Complexity often obscures. Simplicity reveals. The call for clear speech is not a stylistic choice. It is a necessity. In a world overwhelmed by information, the clearest voices are the ones that cut through. Truth does not hide behind jargon. It walks in the open. When we teach children to speak with honesty and clarity, we give them power. We teach them how to express thought. We give them tools to understand others. And we help them grow into adults who communicate with confidence and purpose. Clear language supports education. It fosters emotional intelligence. It builds the foundation for deeper reflection. It trains the mind to organize, to simplify, and to focus. These are not small benefits. They shape an entire life. So in the end, we return to the essence. Words matter, not just in meaning, but in vibration, in intention, and in outcome. Every sentence you speak holds the potential to build or break, to heal or to harm, to connect or to divide. Choose them wisely. Speak them with care. Use their power to uplift, to bring clarity, and to create beauty. Because when we speak with presence, we shape not only our own reality, but the world we leave behind. Let your words be your legacy.